everyone, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share with you the order that I placed with Trollbeads Partridge Creek for the new Stories in Bloom collection. As you can see, I have not one, not two, but 3 boxes here. I went a little, well, I treated myself, let's just say that, but it is beautifully wrapped. I love this little polka dotted cellophane wrapping that they have everything in. I am anxious to dive in and get into these packages. So I am going to do that, and I'm just going to get into this main wrapper and I will be right back. Let's see what we have in here. And Trollbeads Partridge Creek always does such a wonderful job. They always include like a handwritten card, which I'll open. They provided a polishing cloth, and then they did provide the little Stories in Bloom mini catalog. So might be referencing this when it comes to 1 or 2 of the glass beads that I purchased, because I don't have all the names memorized just yet. But everything, of course, is always so beautifully put together and thought out. So let me go ahead and let's see, we're going to set these aside. So I don't know which one I want to open first. I think I'm going to open the smallest. I'm going to work smallest to largest. So let's see what is in this little box here. Let's see what this is. Oh goodness, this is, I am trying out the gold plate. So I thought I would try out the flower crown. So let me get this off the ribbon. All right, so this is the flower crown. And with this particular collection, Trollbeads, I think just basically due to pricing, has gone from having, as far as their catalog items go, they now have a gold plate offering. And you can still, I guess, order some beads in 18 karat gold, you know, the solid 18 karat gold custom. I guess anything that is a current bead, you can get in the solid 18 karat gold. But with prices the way that they are, to make things more affordable, they are offering the gold plate as a option. And there were 3 beads that I was interested in. I was interested in this one, which is Flower Crown. And then there was another one that was teeny tiny called Sunlit Circle, just kind of a plain little circular bead with little bud details on it, or dot detail. And then another one I think called Petite Vine that looked like it had different flowers on it. And this is the one that won out. It reminds me of the flower wreath bead in silver. In fact, I did raid my jewelry box so I could get that out, so I could at least show the 2 of them side by side. So let me do that. There you go. So there is flower wreath on the right, and then flower crown on the left. As you can see, flower crown is just a wee bit larger. And so flower wreath being one of my favorite silvers, flower crown I think was the obvious choice for me from this particular collection. So there the 2 are side by side. And I do have just 1 bead in gold, solid gold from Trollbeads, and it is the spring leaf bead. And I thought I would showcase, I guess, the 2 side by side. And really nice. And I am really, really careful with my jewelry. I have other gold plate from other bead brands, you know, some of the larger bead brands, and I've never had a issue with the gold plating wearing off, but I'm not very hard on my jewelry. I'm very careful with it. I don't shower with it. I don't swim with it. You know the drill. I'm just very, very careful with my jewelry. So I'm really hopeful that this is going to last me for years and years without issues. So hopefully that helps a little bit, seeing that. Let me bust into this next package. And I'm going to use a scissor for this part. Looks like my silver beads that I purchased. So let me get everything off the ribbon with this. So Trollbeads immediately had me like hook, line, and sinker the second I saw the tiny little silver flower beads that they were including as part of this collection. In particular, this one right here, which is the Lily of the Valley. Let me get everything though off the ribbon. So if you have been following me for any amount of time, I have probably expressed time and time again that I have always wanted a Lily of the Valley bead in silver. Now I'm lucky enough to have some Lily of the Valley from other bead brands, but never one from Trollbeads until now. And I just think this is beautifully depicted. I just really love the detail with the little Lily of the Valley bells. You can kind of see those little flute detail on the flowers themselves, and you can see how the stem and leaves kind of form the opening for the bead itself. This was designed by Signe Schumann. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, or maybe, well, I'm not even going to try different pronunciations because I just don't want to butcher that person's name. But both this and the Promise of Forget-Me-Not was designed by Signe, and I just looked it up. The flower crown was designed by my favorite designer, which is Soren Nielsen. So I guess that is probably one of the reasons why I gravitated towards that one. But yeah, guys, this is just a beautifully designed bead. Yeah, just perfect little springtime silver right here. So that is Lily of the Valley. And then the other silver from that same designer, the Signe Schumann, is the Promise of Forget-Me-Not. And this one, again, the reason why I gravitate towards this one, with Forget-Me-Nots, my mother had Alzheimer's, and just a meaningful flower bead to me. You can see just perfectly depicted little flowers. You can see the detailing as far as the oxidation, the little fluting on the petals, the little flower center. I know that Forget-Me-Nots are typically a beautiful blue, and again you have the stem and leaf detail making up the opening of the bead itself. So this is the Promise of Forget-Me-Not, and these are the two little silver beads that I decided to go with first. There is a cherry blossom that's going to be probably one of the next purchases, but these were my immediate two must-haves. I don't think any of these are limited edition, so I should be able to get that. The next bead that I purchased, and this is actually small enough where it can be used on a bracelet, either a bangle or a foxtail, but it is intended to be used on a necklace. And this is the Fairy Messenger. There actually are two pendants that came out. There is the Story Keeper, which that particular one, the person sitting did not have fairy wings, but they are holding a book showing the years 76 through 26, which of course signifies Trollbeads Jubilee celebration. So that too is probably going to be another must-have, but I love the idea of fairies. That is probably one of the first things that attracted me to Trollbeads, was the trolls and the fairies and the flowers. So this particular release is just right up my alley. As you can see, the little fairy is going to sit on your necklace if you are having it on a necklace, just like so. And you can see the detail on the face. You can see it almost, I almost feel like that is just like the locks of hair, but it almost looks like a little flower detail in the fairy's hair as well. Almost looks like she's wearing a flower crown. And you can see she's wearing like a very simple little dress. And you can see the little fairy wings. And then her legs are crossed. You can see the detail with her feet and the detail with her arms just kind of wrapped around together, almost like she's hugging the bracelet or the necklace per se. One thing that I did grab was my fairy fantasy necklace. Let me show that to you real fast. So again, you know, just for a size comparison, we have the fairy fantasy necklace pendant, and then we have the little fairy messenger pendant that just came out. And I just think it's going to be fun to kind of put the two of them together. And I'm just gonna thread my chain through, but how fun would that be to wear a necklace with the larger fairy dangling and then having the fairy messenger just kind of dangling above. And yeah, I think that's definitely a styling that I'm going to go for. Yeah, I just think this little fairy messenger pendant is darling. So that is that. All right, so that means we have one package left, and this is probably the one that I am most anxious to see in this beautiful light here. I am so excited for this one, guys. Oh, look at that. Okay, we are gonna get this off the ribbon. All right, so I think I'm going to show you the stones first. And I broke my rule just for budget reasons. I normally, when I purchase the round facets, I usually like to get those at like a pair at the same time. But I wanted the pendant and flower crown, so kind of had to break my rule. Oh my goodness, these stones are just beautiful. So this is the green yellow calcite, and I got it in the larger stone, and then I also got the round green yellow calcite facet, and oh, they are just beautiful. I know Melissa, when she did her video kind of on release day, or maybe the day before release day, she did say that these particular stones are on the softer side, so best to wear on a bangle or a fantasy necklace, you know, not one where if you're wearing it on a foxtail, you can kind of, when you're putting your wrist down, scratch it or mar the surface. But oh, just such a fresh, springy color. And they just go so well in the catalog. They showcase, let me see if they actually have it on a bracelet in this little mini catalog. Because I know in the big catalog they've been showcasing it with the purple jade. Maybe not, except for maybe on that bracelet. It goes so well with the purple jade, which is what you see right there. And I did bring out, in anticipation of what like some of these beads might pair well with, I did grab like a couple different stones just in case. But this is the, I believe it is the moss waterstone from last spring. And then the green, this green facet, gosh, when did that come out? That came out in autumn, I think, a couple years ago. Not quite a match, but oh my gosh, that moss waterstone is gorgeous. And well, green and purple is one of Mother Nature's finest color combinations. So I'll definitely be putting that purple jade together with that Beauty Bloom probably on a design. But this is the green yellow calcite, both in the round facet and then the more oblong facet. I just think these are beautiful with the inclusions and the different patterns. Just gorgeous. So now let us take a peek at the Tales of Light faceted kit. Oh, I am loving it. So immediately, without it being taken off the rod, this one here for sure is a fast favorite, along with this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Oh my goodness, guys. I don't know which one to call a favorite right now. Like, my eye keeps going to this one and this one for sure. But let's introduce you to these. All right, so according to the catalog, this one here is Misty Meadow. And to me, this looks like maybe lily pad leaves floating on water. Like, that's what this seafoam green oblong ovals, like that's what they make me think of. And then the base has brighter almost periwinkle and lavender purples in the base, along with maybe some cream. Oh my goodness, is this ever so gorgeous. Like here we have it from the side. You can see all the magic is right there at the center. And I realize I don't think I showed you either of the calcites from the side. Get that in while I can. And look how like it matches, like that kind of sea foam kind of matches and ties into that green-yellow calcite. But oh my goodness, what a beauty this particular bead is. I know one of the images in the main catalog on a fantasy necklace really captured my eye. I think it was this particular bead that really captured my eye. I'll find it here in a little bit and show it to you. But this one is definitely a beauty. And then this one is Misty Meadow. And this one has more of a, as far as the base is concerned, we have this like a red violet to pink base. And then I do see just a very subtle horizontal stripe detail. And then of course we have the, it looks like petals almost on the side, but that's just the, like that polka dot pattern just going from left to right, side to side. Looks like there's 3 in each horizontal row, which gives it that petal detail from the side. What a beautiful bead this one is as well. Like it's really going to be hard to pick a favorite. Like I almost wonder, like as far as red violet goes, like kind of does go well with some of the like different diamond beads that I have. This was a bead from an autumn collection a couple years ago. Like I definitely love how with the colorways, I can always find something in my bead box that's going to be a good match. So that is that one. Then we have Golden Grove, and this one was an immediate favorite just for obvious reasons. This one has what looks to be 2 fully formed, purple flowers, but just on the left and right side of the bead. We have purple and white, and then these gold glitter stripes. And here it is from the side, like the flower on either side, whoops, does not look like super pronounced, but it's when you see it from the front that that flower detail is more obvious. And I think like the first bead that I really thought that this would pair well with is the, although not quite a 100% true color match, but the limited lavender facet. Like that's the one that I just thought would be fun to kind of play with. But look how well it goes with the Mother's Day bead and the Valentine's bead. And then this is, I want to say the lilac, it was a lilac bead from a couple spring collections ago. Like just so many beads that it will pair well with. And I feel like, does it go? No, these are a little bit more on the blue side of things, but maybe the lavender stripes from the Tuscany kit, the one little purple caterpillar bead that I have, like an immediate fast favorite for that one. And let's see, I swear each bead just gets prettier and prettier. This one is Whispering Dew. And this one, you can see we have a white core, and I am seeing like celery greens and pinks and like cobalt blues. I believe I see a little bit of yellow in there, but definitely this will be a no-brainer to pair with the calcite. Definitely has that green yellow in there. And let me grab both a jade and a rose quartz so you can see those together. So here we have rose quartz, and then we have strawberry quartz, which I think is a really nice color match. Didn't bring out lapis, but I mean, I think that's an obvious one. Here we have one of my purple jades. And like, I think this also, like a golden rutilated quartz, like all of them are just so beautiful. Like this one for sure is a favorite. Now this one is Silent Leaf, and this one has like a very light, almost seafoam green base. Like I think, what is that one facet? And I didn't grab it. I want to say it's called Meditation. Like I think this will pair really nicely with that particular bead. And then it has like just these leaf clusters, like 3 leaf clusters that are kind of outlined in a chocolate brown, just very soothing and tranquil, like such a pretty bead. Here this one is from the side. I don't think I showed you the other one. Let me grab that one real fast from the side. Maybe I did, and I'm forgetting. But you can see perfectly clear glass. All the magic is at the core. But so gorgeous. This has to be probably one of my favorite glass kits from Trollbeads ever. And then that leaves us with this very last bead. And this one is called Dreamlight. And I think this is the only one out of the facet kit that has like the glitter sprinkled throughout. Like this one does have glitter, but it's not kind of like sprinkled. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Like to my eye, this one just has more of a profusion of glitter than this one does. Like this one is just more subtle. But this one, oh my gosh, we have like robin's egg blue, we have pinks, we have lighter aqua blues, we have yellows, like just very soft and springy. Again, like I still have my rose quartz here, or I'm sorry, my strawberry quartz. Like really nice pairing with that. Here it is with the rose quartz. Like this is definitely just so perfect for spring. purple jade, rutilated quartz. It's really nice with the touches of like that gold that you see in there. And look at this with the light blue agate. Like that is like just perfect. Or even like the one like blue diamond bead from a few years ago. It's definitely going to be a fun one to play with as well. Ooh, I was just looking, look at that. Like oh, look at this one. This was from a few years ago too. That's also like perfect. Always fun. This was from a spring collection a few years back. This is going to be definitely a fun one to play with as well. And for whatever reason, that doesn't want to go in. But let me get the whole kit together on a rod. So this is the Tales of Light faceted glass kit. I didn't get anything from the smooth kit. I definitely have a few of them on my wish list, but this is the one that I wanted first. All right, guys, so that's it for the video. I originally had a couple of bracelets that I had put together that I was just going to show you, just a couple bangle designs, and the video just went way long, so I'll just do those at another time. But here is a preview of the new collection in action. Look at how this bead looks with the People's bead from a year or so ago, and this one butterfly bead. Oh my goodness. But I'll show this bracelet design in a separate video. But let me know what you think of the new collection. Do you have any fast favorites from it? What was your initial purchase? If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you would like. And as always, I love hearing from you. So take care and stay safe. Bye, guys.